Hello, friends. Today we will discuss some questions that were been asked in the year 2018 of UGC NET examination paper 1. I am Dr. Pushpalata, working as a professor in Department of Management from Hyderabad. Let us go with a quick review of the questions that were been asked in the year July 2018. From the following list of statements, select those which indicate the characteristics and basic requirements of teaching. Teaching implies communication. Teaching is like selling goods. Teaching is never like selling goods. So, second option is not the right option. Teaching means managing and monitoring. Yes. Teaching implies influencing others. Definitely. Teaching requires convincing others. No, we don't want to convince others. We want to make them learn. There can be no teaching without infrastructural report. No one have specified that without infrastructural support we must not go with teaching. So the answer is 1, 3, and 4. Teaching implies communication. Teaching is like selling goods. No. So answer is 1. Teaching means managing and monitoring. 3. And teaching implies influencing others. So the answer is 1. And second question, what is the purpose underlying the use of teaching aids? So, what is the purpose whenever we are using different teaching aids? Why we try to use teaching aids? Teaching aids like projector, PowerPoint presentations, audio visual aids, smart boards. So, these are all different teaching aids. So, why we try to use the teaching aids? To make the lessons interesting, to capture the students' attention. Yes, definitely we try to go with the to capture the students' attention for the teaching aids, to make lessons interesting, to enhance access to technological resources. But ultimately, what's the purpose? So that, see, through all this, we are doing only to some extent, but to here see the option to optimize learning outcomes. So, whenever we are using teaching aids, our ultimate aim is to increase the learning outcome among the students, either by making them interested, either by capturing their attention, or either have a technological resources, but ultimate objective is to optimize the learning outcomes. So here, see, they have given quite confusing the questions, but here the answer is to optimize learning outcomes. In the two lists given below, list 1 provides the list of teaching methods, while list 2 indicates the factors helps in rendering them. Match the two lists and choose the correct answer from the code given below. So here we are having different types of methods wherein we undergo teaching, like group discussion method. We are having case study method. We are having lecture method. Right, so we are having different types of methods. So he has given here teaching methods and the list of factors that make them effective. So coming to expository method, trust and openness in relationship, investigative method, discussion method, personalized method. So here they are given options: trust and openness in relationship, freedom to choose a theme and scope for frank exchange, creating a challenge to address the problems, systematic step by step presentation, maximizing infrastructural support. So here, discussion method, freedom to choose a theme and scope for frank exchange of ideas. So we know that whenever we are going to have a discussion method, we are very free to change or exchange our ideas. So just remember, if at all you are not aware of other things, at least you will be aware of discussion method. So let us go with discussion method. So answer is 2. So let us see first, see option 2. We are having two options. One is also having C2 and 4 is also having C2. Right, so let us go with other options that can be nearby. D is 1. So let us go with personalized method, trust and openness in relationship. So whenever we are going for personalization, what we try to do, we try to see that we are having a very good trust on them and we have been very open in the relationship. So D is 1. So blindly you can just click on the answer 1. So 1 is A is expository method wherein we have been very systematic, step by step presentation will be done, and investigative method wherein we are creating a challenge to address the problems. We are because we are investigating here. So the answer is 1. Below are the given statements pertaining to evaluation systems. Identify those which correctly explain them. So we are having different types of evaluation tests, and in that we are having criterion reference testing focuses on a delimited domain of learning tasks. NRT, non-reference testing, requires a clearly defined group. Norm is for defined group. Yes, it's right. Then formative tests are given at the end of the course. No, formative tests are given, summative tests are been given at the end of the course. Formative tests are like unit tests what we are having, or midterm tests. So here this is not the right answer. 3 is not the right answer. Both non-reference testing and criteria reference testing use the same type of test items. Yes, we use the we use the same different type. We use the same type of test items. Fifth, summative tests are used regularly during teaching transactions. No, as I told, summative tests are at the end of the semester or at the end of the year. Mastery tests are examples of non-reference testing. No. So here, what had been true? Identify those who correctly explain them. So, one, criteria reference testing focuses on domain of learning task. Criteria. So, criteria itself is telling that we have been having a learning task over there. So, criteria reference one is right. Norm reference, generally norms are there for groups. So, here it is also right. Third, both NRT and criteria reference tests are used for the same, using the same type of test items. Yes, right. So, answer is 2, 1, 2, and 4 are the right answers. In the list given below, identify those key teaching behaviors which have been observed to be contribute contributive to effectiveness. In the list given below, identify those teaching behaviors. So they have asked on teaching behaviors which can contribute to effectiveness. So lesson clarity, probing, teacher task orientation, student success rate, instructional variety, and using student ideas. So here, what are been effective? We have to be very much having clarity in our lesson so that they can be effective. So our teaching can be effective whenever we are having clarification on the lesson. So one is right answer. Probing, we must not probe the student. So that is not the right answer. Teacher task orientation. Right, definitely, whenever we have been into teaching, we have to go with teacher task orientation. Yes, it's also a right answer. Student success rate should be there to enhance your effectiveness. We are just trying to see that how many students have been passed, or what is the success of your students. Then instructional variety. What type of instructional variety aids that you use for teaching will enhance the effectiveness? So the answer is 3. Lesson clarity is required for effectiveness. Teacher task orientation should be clear. Student success rate should be more. And instructional variety should be there. So answer is 3. Identify the correct order of the following components which are interrelated in research. So here they have given which are interrelated in research. Observation, hypothesis making, developing concepts, deducing the consequences of theories, methods employed to obtain them. Choose the correct answer from the code given below. So here we are having observation as a criteria for which are interrelated. Observation is related to develop the concepts, develop the concepts. Then we are trying to, after observation, we try to develop the concepts, and afterwards we try to make the hypothesis. Then we try to make the consequences of theories. Then we try to understand the methods employed to obtain them. So here, there we have to arrange it in the correct order. So what is observation? It's problem solving. After problem identification, we try to understand the problem and make it in a conceptual form. After then, we try to make it in a hypothesis form. Then, for the hypothesis implications, we try to deduce the consequences of theories. After understanding them, we try to see that what methods we can employ to obtain them. So, the answer is 2. In the list given below, identify those statements which correctly describe the meaning and characteristics of research. Research is a method of improving our common sense. No. Research is which is been helping us to increase our knowledge, not to improve our common sense. Deductive and inductive methods get integrated in a research process. Yes. Research is creativity and charisma. No. Which describe the meaning and characteristics. Yeah. So the research is the use of scientific method to provide answers to meaningful questions. Yes, it's the right answer. A research method of consulting and using experience is called research. No. The answers provided by research can be empirically verified. Yes. So the answer is 2, 4, and 6 are the exact elements that have been describing the research. In the two lists given below, list 1 provides the types of research methods, while list 2 indicates the critical features associated with them. Match the two lists and choose the correct answer from the code given below. So here they have given ex post facto method. That is, after the happening of the event, we are trying to understand. So here we are trying to go with casual comparison and correlational study for ex post facto studies. Then case study method is in-depth study of a unit specified for the purpose. Philosophical for right. A is for casual comparison and correlational studies. Case study method in-depth study. C philosophical method interpretation of thoughts of a great thinker. Descriptive study defining out the status based on a study of a large sample. So here the answer is 4. A researcher used parametric tests in lieu of non-parametric tests for analysis and interpretation of results. This may be described as a case of unethical research practice. No. Instead of parametric, we are using non-parametric. So it doesn't mean you are unethical. Malpracticing in report of results. No. Technical lapse in handling the data. Manipulation of research results. So as you are not aware of the technical tools, you have been gone with non-parametric test. The answer is technical lapse in handling the data. Which of the following provides more latitude to the researcher for creative expression? Right. So here, whenever you have been latitude means what we are trying to achieve something. So increase our effectiveness. So more latitude to the researcher for creative expression. So thesis writing, we are not going for a creative expression. We are trying to make submit a report, writing a research article, presentation of a conference paper, presenting a research synopsis. So whenever you are going with any of the conferences, you are trying to induce your ideas into paper on paper. So that is you're increasing your latitude for creative expression. So the answer is 3. So here passage is given. We will not discuss because passage practice you have to do at the on the spot. So we'll not go with. Coming to the questions on communication, given below are the statements, one labeled as assertion and other labeled as reason. Read the statements and choose the correct answer using the code given below. Meaning of messages used in the classes are arbitrary in nature. Yes, whatever we are using, they are arbitrary in nature. They are understanding in nature. They are voluntary in nature. Meanings are learned as a result of one's prior experiences. Definitely, whenever we are being whenever we have been teaching, they have been learned as a result of one's prior experiences. So both are right. So both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. One is the right answer. Given below are statements, one labeled as assertion and other labeled as reasoning. Read the statements and choose the correct answer using the code given below. Classroom communication has a cultural dimension. Beliefs, habits, customs, and languages are the cultural characteristics of communication. Definitely, whenever we are being into communication, we are understanding the thought processes of different students. So here, classroom communication definitely has a cultural dimension. It's true. Beliefs, habits, customs, and languages. So what is culture? They are all the part of cultural characteristics. So that is R. R is also true. So and R is the correct explanation of A. So answer is 1. In a classroom, teachers and students use self-interest issues to judge their acceptability, uncritical dispositions, negative reinforcement of ideas, external nonverbal cues. So generally, we are been trying to use self-interest issues to judge whether we are acceptable or not to criticize others, or not to have a wrong negative reinforcement of ideas, but we want to judge for our acceptability. So therefore, their acceptability. The answer is one. Variables that affect the information processing in a classroom are perception of levels, learned habits, attitudes, beliefs, and values, selectivity factor, market expectation, institutional intervention. Choose the correct answer from the code given below. So, variables that have been affecting the information processing. So, whenever we are trying to process the information in a classroom, we try to choose only whatever we want, whatever we perceive. So, the perception levels is the right answer. Whatever our learned habits are from our experiences, we try to choose. So learning habits are affecting attitudes, beliefs, and values. Just now we have seen the classroom culture communication. So attitudes, beliefs, and values are also right. Selectivity factor, but they are not affected by market expectation and institutional intervention. So the answer is 4. Given below are the two statements, one labeled as assertion and other labeled as reasoning. Read the statements and choose the correct answer using the code given below. Selective exposure in the classroom is dependent upon students. Selective exposure is in the classroom is dependent upon students. Whatever the students' interests are, they will be trying to go on and select whatever is been in the classroom. Yes, perceptions and knowledge about the source of information it is right. The effectiveness of communication source determines the selective exposures of students to information. So the answer is true. Both the statements are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Next term in the series 5, 11, 21, 35, 53, and what is? The answer is 75. So here see the difference. Try to understand the relationship between the series and accordingly try to identify. So we are not going with the explanation. So the answer is 75. The next term in the series is X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Right, so there is a difference here. So based on that, we are having M, N, O, P, Q. Because 5 letters will be there. Here 2 are there, 3 are there, 4 are there. So then F, G, H, I, J, K, L, C, D, E. So 3 difference. Afterwards, I, J, K, H, I, J, K, L, M. So here M, N, O, P, Q. So the answer is 2. In the code Allahabad, if the code Allahabad is, so here depending on that we are trying to see A is D, L is this. So again accordingly we are trying to see B is, so A, B, C, D. So B, E, F, G. So the answer is B, C, D, E. Right. So 2 letters are there, A, B, C, D. Then B, C, D, E. So answer will be for B, we will be having E. So here 3 options are there. So in the same way, L, M, N, O, P. So in the same way, we have to see the relationship, and the answer is EISMB. A man paid rupees 160 while traveling 10 kilometers in a taxi while has some initial factors charges. Another man paid rupees 276 for traveling 16 kilometers, and taxi driver charged double of the initial fixed charges from him. The charges of the taxi per kilometer is rupees 11. Will not go with the explanation. Gopal works 20 meters north, then he turns right and walks 30 meters, then he turns right and walks 35 meters. So here they have asked the shortest distance between the original position and final one. The answer is 45 meters. Choose the proper alternative given in the code to replace the question mark. Cow gives milk, bee gives honey, teacher gives wisdom. Not teacher gives marks, teacher gives wisdom. So answer is 3. So these are propositions that are coming in logical reasoning. Among the following statements are related in such a way that it can be undetermined. The other will be undetermined. Select the code that refers to these two statements. Every fruit is nutritious. Fruits are hardly nutritious. Fruits are mostly nutritious. Some food items are nutritious. So the answer is 1 and 3. Which of the following statements are correct about the powers of the governor of the state? So, we are having a topic in higher education about the powers of governor, powers of president, as well as the parliament. So, kindly ensure that you have been understanding the concept of the parliament, who are the authorities in the parliament, and who has what powers in the parliament. So, let us go through the statements here. He has the power to dissolve the legislative assembly. He has the power to appoint judges of the state high court. He doesn't have the power to appoint the state high court. Definitely, the governor of the state have the power to dissolve the legislative assembly. He has the power to grant pardon in case of death sentence. He has the diplomatic pass. So, president has the pardon in case of death sentence, but not the governor. He doesn't appoint judges of the state high court, so he has diplomatic powers. He doesn't have any diplomatic powers. So the answer is A only. He has the power to dissolve the legislative assembly. President have more powers than governor of the state. In which of the following cases? Mhm. The next question. Given below are two premises A and B. Four conclusions are drawn from them. Select the code that embodies validly drawn conclusions. Take the premises individually or jointly. So this also comes under propositions, conclusions. All saints are noble. Some religious men are saints. Conclusion: some religious men are noble. All religious men are noble. Some saints are religious men. All noble persons are saints. So here the answer is 1 and 3. Some religions men are noble because all saints are noble. So here some religious men are noble, right? Then all religious men are saints. Here they have not given here. So here that statement doesn't imply over in the first set. So that is not true. Some saints are religious men. Some saints may be religious men because some religious men are saints. So here 3 also gets implied. All noble persons are saints. No, it doesn't imply. So answer is 3. Which one is not correct in the context of deductive and inductive reasoning? A inductive argument cannot provide us any new information about matters of fact. Definitely, whenever we talk about inductive reasoning, we cannot provide any new information about the matter of facts. We are only understanding what has been inferred in that particular statement, but we are unable to get something new information from the matters of the fact in an inductive argument. When the purpose of the definition is to explain some established use of a term, the definition is called lexical. The definition of the term is called lexical. Data interpretation. I am just skipping this data interpretation. This we will discuss in other video. Which of the following statement regarding the term ICT is or true? So here, let us see the statements. A digital divide is an economic and social equality with regard to the access to use or impact of ICT. A digital divide is an economic and social equality. No, we cannot term the ICT as an social and economic equality with regard to access and use of. Then ICT helps in international development by bridging the digital divide and providing equitable access to the technologies. Definitely, it is providing a platform to have an equitable access to all the technologies, even for the international development. So the answer is Q only. A confidential file needs to be deleted from a workstation. Which is the most effective way to ensure this? Rename the file, compress the file and back up to the tape, copy and paste the file into the recycle bin and empty the recycle bin, drag the file into the recycle bin and empty the recycle bin. So here, see, rename the file, it will be in the workstation only. We cannot delete that. Compress the file and backup, then also it will be there in the hard disk. Copy and paste the file. So if at all we are copying and pasting the file into recycle bin, still original copy will be in the computer. So here, if at all we are dragging the file into recycle bin, then it will not be on the desktop or any of the disk drives, and then we try to empty the recycle bin. So here we can ensure that it is deleted from the workstation. Very simple question that was. Which of the following statements is or are true with regard to websites? A blog is a website that consists of posts in reverse chronological order. Yes, we can see that blog is a website. A wiki is a website that is designed to allow people to collaborate easily. Yes. So the answer is P and Q. Both are true regarding the websites. What is the context of email? What is in the context of email? What is spam? So as we have seen in one of the paper, they have asked about what is an error that is been displayed in the website. So here in the context of email, what is a spam? A spam is unsolicited advertising sent to large number of recipients. We see so many mails where we don't know from where it has been coming from, but still it is received by us. So here, whenever we want to advertise to so many large number of recipients, unsolicited advertising sent to large number of recipients is called as spam. Email messages that are infecting it with virus, no, it cannot be turned specified as spam. The act of overloading an email server by using denial of service attacks, no. A large quantity of messages that do not reach the recipient, no. So here what we are, the answer is unsolicited advertising sent to large number of recipients. We see so many spam mails that have been received by so many advertising agencies or so many companies to our mail. A virus type that is capable of shifting from one computer to another computer without user interaction is known as a worm. So we are having there are different types of virus. We know Trojan and worm. So worm is wherein we can see that it is able to shift from one computer to another computer. So we have to be very careful with the worms. Sustainable Development Goals are formally known as Transforming Our World 2030 Agenda, Sustaining Living for All 2022 Agenda. So here we can see that Sustainable Development Goals was concentrated till 2030. So here we are having two answers. Transforming our world, one planet, one people. So The main sustainable development is what? We are transforming our world for the better position. So the answer is 1. An earthquake of a magnitude in the range of 6 to 6.9 on the Richter scale is considered as, definitely it's a major earthquake. It's a very strong earthquake. So here we are having in the this is being asked from the environment. Generally, when we are doing our environment topics, we are having natural hazards. In the natural hazards, the most common things that have been asked in the examination are cyclones, hurricanes, earthquakes, right? So landslides. So try to see that you are preparing well and going before you go to the examination. Frequent episodes of dense smog in winter season in the national capital region can be attributed to transboundary movement of pollutants. So we have seen smog. Smog is a dusty layer that has been present in the in the atmosphere. Right. So frequent episodes of dense smog in winter season in national capital region can be attributed to transboundary movement of pollutants, transport, biomass burning in rural households, stubble burning. So the answer is transboundary movement of pollutants is creating that smog. So choose the correct answer from the code. So the answer is all these are being uh, affecting the smog. Sorry. Now, stubble burning, biomass burning, because of these fuels, we are trying to see that the dense smog is formed in the winter season. Municipal solid waste, the MSW comprises of household waste, yes, sanitation residue, waste from sea streets, construction and demolition debris. So we have seen that whenever we try to through our garbage, we see that it has been collected by municipal solid municipality authority. So MSW includes all these four types of waste. As per the Indian government's target for exploiting renewable energy resources, the percentage share of solar and wind energy in the total power generation from renewable energy sources by the year 2022 will be 91.43%. So you must also go on with the latest guidelines for saving the energy, for renewable resources, for the usage of renewable resources. What type of energy sources are been created by the are been utilized by the government of India. You have to get updated with the recent information. Then the mandate of University Grants Commission includes dispersing grants to universities and colleges. Definitely we can see UGC grants have been for universities and colleges, so one is right answer. Recognizing and monitoring technical institutions, we know that we are monitoring institutions by the form of AICT but not UGC, so answer second is not a right answer. Funding research centers in university, definitely we can see UGC funding granted by research centers in universities, so 3 is right answer. Managing various scholarships, we are also seeing UGC scholarship, so it is also a right answer. So answer is 1, 3 and 4. Which one of the following states is going to have India's first national rail and transportation university? So what is the following having the first national rail and transportation university? It's Gujarat. The citizen charters is an instrument which seeks to make an organization transparent, yes, definitely, accountable, yes, we are accountable um, for everything that we do. Formal, no. Accessible. So citizens charter is which seeks to make an organization transparent, accountable, and accessible, not formal. The chief minister of a state is not eligible to vote in the presidential election if he or she is a nominated member of the state legislative assembly. So here As I have already told, we have to be very familiar with the duties of Parliament with the state legislative assembly as well as the Parliament. So here he has asked the Chief Minister of a state is not eligible to vote in the presidential election if he has a criminal case pending against him. He is a caretaker. No. He or she himself is a candidate. No. Here he should be a nominated member of the state legislative assembly. He cannot go with the presidential election. In the QS World Rankings 2018, which of the following universities is among or around the top 500 universities? University of Delhi, University of Hyderabad, Banaras Hindu University, Jawaharlal Nehru University. So coming to QS World Rankings, we can see among top 500 universities, University of Delhi was ranked among the most top 500 universities. The answer is one only. So thank you viewers. If at all you are happy with my video, just press a like button and subscribe my channel to have more updates on questions that have been related or asked in the UGC NET examination. Kindly don't forget, please subscribe, please press a like button, a bell button will be visible. Kindly press the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.